Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Roommates. So, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the whole world to me. And at the end of this video, if you liked it, please hit that like button as well because that lets me know that you want to see more. Alright, let's get into this. I'm a little surprised. The house is so quiet. I know it's only the first week back, but I was half expecting a big party tonight or something. I wander out of my room to grab a quick snack. I guess it's going to be a quiet night. What? No, that's stupid. We're going to watch my show. My movie is not stupid. It is fantastic. I think your movie might be the one that is steeped in stupidity. Ah, there it is. I knew the Latin House crew wouldn't let me down. I head downstairs and sneak past the couch towards the kitchen. It looks like Sally, Isabella, and Rakesh are arguing over what to watch on the big screen tonight. I make my way into the kitchen for that light snack while I debate if I want to join in or not. Yep, we're gonna play this event. As much as I am curious about so-and-so's evil twin brother and the mistress they share, I think my film will make much better watching. Was that sarcastic? Rakesh, are you being sarcastic? Oh yes, I learned about it just yesterday, specifically so I could use it when referring to shows you like. Again? You are learning all the wrong things from America, my friend. All right, you two. Knock it off before someone throws a punch. Oh, hey, Ann. Both these guys gave up on listening to me 30 minutes ago. Hi, Sally. I actually just came down for some snacks. I thought everyone had gone out for the night. It was actually pretty quiet until all the yelling started. It's Rakesh's fault. He refuses to bow down to my superior taste. This would be resolved if Isabella would acknowledge that I have brought the better entertainment. Did you have an opinion, Sally? Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not getting into the middle of this one. Which just leaves you, hon. Come on, be the tiebreaker. What? Why should I get in the middle of this argument? But now both Rakesh and Isabella are staring at me expectantly, with the movies in their outstretched hands. I grab the DVD cases from the two of them, taking a moment to look them over while I consider. Isabella appears to have some kind of TV show bootleg DVD. The back is mostly in Spanish, but the word telenovela catch my eyes. Rakesh, on the other hand, has handed me some kind of Bollywood movie. His case is mostly in Hindi. I've seen a few posters like this around the web. The others are starting to look impatient as I mull it over. We're gonna watch Rakesh's Bollywood film. While I try to make up my mind, I glance between Isabella and Rakesh. Isabella is trying to look sultry, but Rakesh is just looking at me excitedly and expectantly. He seems so genuine and excited about the movie. And I'll admit, an actual movie sounds more interesting than a TV show. Okay, Rakesh, so what's this movie about anyway? Ha ha! Okay, give it here, please, Anne. I will put it on. This one is pretty new, and the reviews are great. As the movie comes on, it's got subtitles so we can all follow the plot along. It seems to be a comedy about a small-time crook who falls for a respectable lady. There are some song and dance numbers, so I guess it's kind of a musical too? It's actually a very funny movie. The jokes are broad enough that they don't really take a lot to get, but they're well timed. Lots of slapstick and the like. Also, despite the people bursting into occasional song, the story is actually pretty compelling. The crook finds a little girl and falls in love with her as much as with the pretty other lady, and wants to adopt her when her real father dies. Overall, everyone seems to enjoy the film a lot. Rakesh especially seems pleased that we all enjoy it. I even catch him singing along with a few of the verses. When it's all finally over, Rakesh is looking at us, beaming proudly. All right, it was a good movie. Fine. Ha! I think that's the best you're gonna get out of her, Rakesh. Well, I thank you for your vote of confidence, Anne. I am very glad you enjoyed it. Anytime, Rakesh. Anytime. Alright, let's see. So we're gonna get to week 10. Nothing is going on there. think we need 150 in reflective and still 100 in creative, so we're still on the right track, so let's keep going. Finally, time for a new class. I haven't actually met this professor yet. I hope she's a good one. I've been looking forward to taking this class, and she certainly can't be any weirder than some of my other professors. As the final chime sounds, the professor walks in and steps up to the podium at the front of the class. Greetings all, I'm Professor Merriweather. Welcome to Intro to Anatomy. I'm not one for standing on ceremony, and you're all here to learn, so let's get right to it, shall we? For starters, let's get a couple of you down here for an example. Any volunteers? I'm a little nervous, but I stick my hand in the air. It's always good to get yourself out there as a go-getter student. Okay, you there, your name? Anne, ma'am. Good. Come down here and stand over there. I start heading down the aisle to stand slightly to the left of the teacher. All right, let's see who else we've got. Yes, right there, Anne. Who else? Ah, Butch. Please come to the front of the class. A rather small guy with thick glasses approaches the front of the class. I had requested that you use my middle name, Terrence, please, Professor. Oh, what an interesting name. I wouldn't have expected that. The poor thing looks pretty flustered. Clearly he's not happy about the name. This is why I go by my middle name. Nobody ever thinks I'm a Butch. Sorry, no nicknames. But, moving on. Butch, you stand to my left. Butch grumbles but stands to her left. So, anatomy, we have all got it. This is an intro to it. I'm assuming all of you took a high school biology class, yes? I don't have to start with the basics. These are two humans? You've got that? All right. You can never tell with the state of public schools these days. So let's start talking a little bit about the differences between men and women. We're going to get in depth into some of these topics later in the course, but right now it's good to understand which aspects are universal and which aren't. Just from the looking at them, the standard differences are apparent. You can see the young lady here, who was apparently rather lucky in puberty, also sports a large childbearing pelvic bone. That's just basic sexual dimorphism. I can't believe she just said that. I'm probably blushing pretty badly, but I managed to stay quiet at least. The professor continues on like that for most of the hour, talking about the differences between the two of us, where evolution likely played a part, what parts are most likely holdovers from our oldest times. It would probably have been a fascinating lecture if I didn't have to be a living doll for her to point at the whole hour. Finally, she gestures for Bush and me to sit down. Or Butch. We head back to our seats as she finishes up her lecture. When the bell rings, everyone files out a little overwhelmed. Oh, Anne, Butch, come over here a moment, would you? Damn, I was almost out, too. Thanks for being my guinea pigs today. It's always nice to have volunteers. Oh, and glad to see you stuck to 102, Butch. Yes, well, I need the credits, Professor Merriweather. I hope I can count on you both to volunteer to help me in the future. Sure, why not? Well, I'm always happy to help, Professor, though I don't know how comfortable I'll be standing in front of your classes, especially if you're going to be describing me all the time. Oh, no. Mostly it'll be using you to demonstrate muscle movements and such. It's so much easier to understand on a live person. I'm sure you'll be fine. Plus, it means you'll get that much closer to the education. You seem sharp. I think you'll pick things up nicely. All right, go on. I'll see you next time. As we leave, Butch gives me a shrug and a long-suffering sigh. I know what he means. This is going to be a long quarter. All right, so again, we have nothing to actually do this week. So, all right, I think that's everything off my reading list for this quarter. The Brain for Dummies, Idiot's Guide to Anatomy, and My Big Book of the Body. Professor Merriweather really doesn't think much of us, does she? Oh well, at least that's all done. Time to head home and get down to reading them, I guess. So then I totally sacked him. I must have sent him flying like 40 feet, right? Haha! Then he gets up and he's all, "Where's my bed? I think I need a nap." Ha 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 ha. Oh wow, apparently Chad and Isabella are out on the town as well. I have to admit, I'm not sure what exactly she sees in Chad. Maybe this is a chance to find out? Then again, there's no need to be a stalker. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go home. Whatever she sees in Chad is no business of mine. After all, I could always just ask her. I head back to the Latin house and hole up in my room with my basic anatomy books. They really are the most basic of books. Hopefully, we'll get more advanced reading as the quarter goes on. Later that evening, I hear Isabella and Sally come in through the door, laughing about something. I guess something happened out there today. Oh well. Alright. So, we're almost halfway through the week. It's a quiet afternoon as I head back to my room from the bathroom. I wonder if everyone else has gone somewhere. No, mama, mis clases van bien. Oh, I guess not. Isabella's door is open. Looks like she's putting away laundry while she talks to her mom, I guess? Alright, so I don't know Spanish, at all, so if you want to read this and you understand it, go for it, guys. She's obviously pretty deep in conversation. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if I should bother her. Of course, just as I'm thinking that's when she makes eye contact. Luckily, she smiles and waves at me. I'm still not sure if I should go in or not. Nope. I probably shouldn't. I wave back at her, and move on down the hall to my room. I'm a bit curious about what she was saying, but I guess I can just ask her later on. For now, I think it's time to just chill in my room for a while. Alright, so we're finishing up the week. Sunday, and there we go. Alright, so we still have a bit of reflective to go. Creative, we still have a lot to do. Yeah, alright, so let's get through this week, and then reflective should be good. Should? And we have 2 things to do. So Monday and Wednesday. So let's go. Monday. Wow, it's almost time for Valentine's Day already. Only another few weeks. I always used to hate this holiday when I was a kid. We had to make Valentines for everybody. It was so embarrassing. I mellowed out as I got older. I even enjoy it now, especially when I only have to give Valentines to the ones I care about. Still, I'm not quite sure what I want to do this holiday. Oh, geez. As I'm trying to decide, I hear a knock on my door. Hello? Hi, Anne. Memphis, hi. I think Max is out right now, but his room is right over there if you want to wait. Actually, I came to see you. I was wondering if you could help me out. With what? I don't know. Calm down, cute stuff. I just wanted you to come help me do some shopping in town. This is the kind of crap that Max both hates and is terrible at. And, well, you seem like a pretty trustworthy sort, so yeah, figured you could help out. I guess so. What kind of shopping? I don't know much about fashion. I guess if you need to find a book. Actually, I was hoping to find something for Valentine's Day. Just come out with me? Yep, let's go. Okay. I guess I should get my shopping done as well. Can you drive? Your chariot awaits, milady. I roll my eyes good-naturedly as we head to his car. The trip into town is easy enough. There aren't a lot of stores right around the campus, but I remember the bookstore having a pretty decent selection of items other than just books. We call it the bookstore because it's where we get our books, but they actually carry all kinds of stuff. Parking is always a nightmare, but we managed to get into the store to start looking. So, what do you think I should get? Honestly, I'm not even really sure who this is for, so I don't know what would make a good Valentine's gift. Well, she's smart, likes animals, and I don't think she eats meat. I don't know much more about her. I'm kind of hoping to learn more. Should I just pretend that I don't know who you're talking about? Some of us would like to pretend we have an air of mystery, yes. I try not to laugh too loudly at him. We poke around the aisles for a bit, looking for the right gift. Memphis and I separate after a few minutes, as I go try to find something of my own to buy. I'm not really sure what this place has that would be good, but I think there might be some good gifts here. Now, just to figure out what will make the best gift. Yep, we're going to Mitchell's. Art supplies. So creative of me. We're gonna get the paint set. I hope this is good. Hopefully they'll like the paint set. Memphis is also hard at work shopping. Every once in a while he'll hold up some gift and I'll either nod or shake my head. He's being very indecisive though. It's almost a bit cute to see him this nervous. That's an interesting purchase. Jeez! Oh, Roxanne, you snuck up on me. I certainly didn't mean to startle you. I just noticed you out here. Roxanne looks at the purchase in my hands and raises an eyebrow. Shopping for yourself? Actually, it's for someone else. I see. How thoughtful. She's so hard to read. I don't know if she's upset or just analyzing me. Though I don't know what she could be upset over. Did you ever speak with Professor Task about the extra credit assignment? Oh, no, it's actually just slipped my mind. Ah, well, I guess you aren't all that interested in your grade. Well, carry on. Have a good day. I watch her go, a bit mystified. It's almost as if I just lost a competition I didn't know I was having. Hey, Anne, you think you got what you need? Yeah, I think I'm good here. Who was that? Just a classmate. What'd you end up getting? I ended up just getting a book I think she'll like, nothing too intense. As long as it's from your heart, I'm sure she'll appreciate it, Memphis. Huh, getting a little sugary on me, aren't you? Oh, shush, it's true. Come on, let's get out of here. Alright, so now we gotta get to Wednesday. And I can't believe Professor Task asked us to fill out a dating site questionnaire. I hope he doesn't give those answers out or anything. He said it was anonymous, but still. And what was the point of it? Whatever, I'm home. Time to go get some rest. Maybe do a little studying. I'm home! Finally! Anne, can you do me a favor? Grab me a glass of water. Do not do it, Anne. It's a filthy trick. What the hell? Dominic and Rakesh are sitting at the kitchen table, staring each other dead in the eyes. Each has a look of intense concentration on their face. Neither will look away from the other. I think it may be a staring contest? Are you kidding me? Look, it's not a trick. I'm just thirsty and I'm not going to lose. No, he will tip the glass at me. This is a no-holds-barred test of the iron wills of men, and he will do anything to win. Do not assist him. So much for rest. Yep, we're playing this event. This place is definitely a little silly, but a staring contest? What's going on, guys? It is the truest battle of wits and will. The contest of competition between two men distilled down to its most essential piece. He's right. This is a timeless battle of wills between two combatants. Outlandish descriptions aside, I do know what a staring contest is. I mean, how did you get into this? I was helping Rakesh study for a math test. He is quite good at it. Unfortunately, math is not my strongest suit. I rather drifted off while he was speaking. He means he started staring at me creepily. At first, I thought he was just listening intensely, but he just kept staring. That's when I knew he was silently challenging me, and I stepped up. Actually, when I came around, Dominic was staring back at me. I looked away and he said he had won. That's because I did win the first round. Then you challenged me to a proper round. Just remember the stakes. Yes, but if you win, I have kitchen cleaning duties for the next 2 months. But if I win? Yeah. In that unlikely event, I'll let you repaint my room. You are going down to some kind of town. Maybe you will purchase some groceries. What? What? You can use the groceries to make comfort food to console you after your loss. In your dreams, you're gonna be the one pigging out on loser food, Rakesh. So, Anne, how about that glass of water? Seriously, if I look away, I lose, and that's not happening. No, don't do it. He will use it to distract me. I could just get you both water. Then nobody would have an advantage. What? You can't put a weapon like that in the hands of the enemy? Aha! So you admit it is a weapon then. I knew it! It's only a weapon in your hands, you wily bastard, you. Ha! Flattery will get you nowhere, my foe. You guys are being sillier than usual, you know that, right? Never a dull moment around here. Always something to amuse me. So nobody gets any water then? Bring the water to me. I will ensure that it does not become a tool of this war. What? No! Help me, Anne. My cause is clearly righteous. It is nothing of the sort. Help me to victory, dear Vishpala. Who is that? She is my Valkyrie in this battle, you fiend. Okay, you two, knock it off. Help me, not him. We're gonna help Rakesh win. I walk over behind Rakesh and duck down behind his chair. I see a smirk starting on Dominic's face as I reach up behind Rakesh, grabbing his arms from behind. I start waving them wildly in the air, while I do a very poor impression of Rakesh. Dominic, can't you see that we are meant for each other? Why don't you just take my hands in friendship and give me a big ol' hug and a kiss? I move Rakesh's hands across the table, slapping wildly at Dominic's hands and making lunges for his face. I can't see Rakesh's face, but he's keeping his head locked on Dominic. You have to help me, Dominic. Can't you see I'm reaching out to you? I just want us to have the bestest friendship of a lifetime, and maybe have some sushi together and color a butterfly. Come on, Dominic, just look into my beautiful deep eyes and tell me you don't want to just tussle my hair. Wah! I keep flailing at Dominic. I can tell he's starting to crack. Fine, if you don't want to be the bestest friends in the whole wide world, I'll just have to play Anne's head like a bongo. I stick my head on the table and move Rakesh's hands over to start playfully slapping at my own head. That does it. With a slight look of concern and a lot of laughter, he looks away from Rakesh and at me. Geez, don't beat yourself up, Anne. You win, you win. Ha ha! You have done it, Anne. We are victorious. Rakesh sticks out a hand for a big high five, and I give him one. Dominic shakes his head and stands up from the table. Just give me 24 hours notice, alright? I have to clean up and cover my computer. As he walks off, Rakesh and I are still celebrating, chanting, "Loser, loser," at Dominic. We descend into a fit of giggles as Dominic climbs up the stairs. Beautiful deep eyes, eh? I blush for a moment. I guess I hadn't really been paying attention to what I was saying. Always a pleasure, Anne. He gives me a wink that is far too telling, and I find myself still blushing when he goes upstairs himself. Alright, so now we have to get to week 12 on Thursday. And, I'm shocked, man, shocked. You front a band for crap's sake, and yet you screw up a karaoke number? I will murder you, Memphis. That machine was busted. The pitch was all wrong. It's a poor craftsman that blames his tools, Max. See, the lady knows. Then both of you could shut up. I don't see either of you doing better. I say again, you front a band. I don't have to sing well, I just have to look pretty. I certainly never claimed to be able to sing. Alright, that's it. I'm finding a new karaoke bar and I will show you that I can 100% nail that damn song. Huh, the night is definitely young, man. You were the one who said we should blow that place. Whatever, come on. Sorry guys, but it's past my bedtime. I think I'm going to just stay here for this round. See, this woman's smart. She's already trying to avoid you singing. But Max is already on his way to his van, yelling at us to shut up and get in. Memphis laughs and waves goodbye to me. I'm still pretty amped from hanging out with Max and his band, so I decided to just relax with some TV before bed. I lay out on the couch and turn it on. Just as I am wondering what I'm going to watch, I hear a thumping behind me on the stairs. Sally comes barreling down at me, holding Vegemite in her hands. She puts a finger to her lips with a shh and goes past the stairs to the laundry room, closing the door behind her. Nope, we're skipping this. Whatever's going on, it's trouble. And I've just had a fun night out with friends, so I don't think trouble's on tonight's menu. I lay low on the couch and turn off the TV. Maybe if I just sit here in the dark, the trouble will just blow over. A few minutes later, I hear more thumping down the stairs and someone breathing heavily. Just as I think they're about to go away, Dominic's head comes poking out over the couch. Anne, didn't know you'd come home. Have you seen Sally? Not really, just got home. He takes off again, and I go to my room. Hopefully it'll blow over by morning. Alright, so we are good on reflective now. Now we have to focus on creativity and keeping my energy up. Like, dang. Alright, we also have to kind of focus on studying a little bit, too. So let's do studying here. And, see a play? Yeah, that works. Alright, so, week 12, Thursday is what we're looking for. So, Monday, Tuesday... No! I think tonight sounds like a good night to just relax in my room, not worry too much about studying. Yeah, come on over tonight. We should be able to study in peace. Looks like someone's making plans to do just the opposite. Hey, this was your idea. Don't go getting all touchy on me now. Let's just get some studying done. Definitely a good night to just hole up in my room and relax. Let the others have some peace and quiet while they study. I grab a few snacks out of the kitchen and close the door to my room. I think everyone else around here is just getting some studying done, which means I shouldn't be bothered, which is all I'm really looking for tonight. Alright, Wednesday, and then finally Thursday! Glad I went shopping after all. Valentine's Day is here. Now I guess it's just a matter of figuring out if I want to make a big deal out of it. It's a pretty nice day out, actually. The weather really cleared up. It made for a nice walk back to the dorm while I figure things out. As I enter Latin House, I can hear all kinds of noises. Sounds like everybody's home at least. I head up to my room for a moment while I decide what I want to do. Of course we're playing this event. I suppose there's no point in waiting around. No time like the present, after all. Really, the only question is, who should I try to find? Rakesh! I head down the stairs towards the TV. I was pretty sure I heard a painting show on. Sure enough, I see Rakesh sitting in front of the TV with a drawing pad and a charcoal pencil. Hey, Rakesh! Oh, Anne, do you like the show as well? He turns the volume down a little as he turns towards me. Actually, I just came to talk to you for a second. I really can't draw, though it can be fun to watch those people do it sometimes. You should watch with me. Sometimes it is enough to simply let their creative energy wash over you. There is an energy in creation, Anne. It is hard to describe. But you said you wanted to talk. What did you want to speak of? Oh, well, it's not much, but I picked this up for you. I found this pretty cool set of acrylic easy clean paints. New acrylics. Oh, thank you, Anne. I have needed a set of these for so very long now. You have made my week, Anne. Rakesh throws his arms around me, hugging me tightly for a few moments. I'm just happy you like it, Rakesh. I've really enjoyed being your roommate. I just wanted to give you something to show my appreciation. I've really enjoyed being around you as well, Anne. You have become much more dominant in my thoughts than I would have imagined, especially since Christmas vacation. I've thought about you a lot since then too, Rakesh. Rakesh reaches over and places a hand on my leg, looking up at me with his beautiful dark eyes. I put my own hand on his shoulder, gently stroking it. I would like to get to know you even better. I'd like that a lot, Rakesh. I will think of something most spectacular for us, Anne. I can't help but smile ear to ear at his declaration. I'll let you get back to your artwork, Rakesh. Show me the results later, okay? Yes, I will. Take care, Anne. Alright. So, oh man, I can't wait for tonight. I'm actually all caught up on my assignments, which means tonight gets to be all about what I want to do. I might just blow the whole night reading something trashy. Maybe I'll go see if any of the latest shows are worth watching. So many options. Hey, Anne, Isabella let me in. Oh, Carmen, hey, what brings you by? I picked up a few free passes to the movie theater. I thought you might want to come out. How did you know I was looking for something to do? I'd love to. Ooh, free movies? Don't mind if I do. Sure, like I said, I have a few. Come on, let's go see what's good. The three of us head out for a girls' night out. Should be fun. Alright, so. Heck yes. Now, we have everything that I need for both of these. So we should be okay. Energy still looks good. Our grades are looking okay, I guess. So, how about we just leave it at this, yeah? Alright, let's start week 13. There's nothing I have to do during week 13. So let's try to just blow through this. I've barely got the door open when I hear the yelling from upstairs. Well, what did you expect was going to happen? You know the rules, Sally. Oh crap, I hope that isn't what I think it is. Come on, Dominic! Maybe I should get up there. Sally's going to need backup. Nope, bye! Then again, if Dominic finds out I knew about the dog, there could be real trouble for me too. Maybe it's better if I just pretend I never came home and duck back out. I feel bad for Sally, but I really can't afford to get tossed out of my dorm or even school. I slink back out of the door and make sure to walk away from the house out of sight of the windows. When I get back 3 hours later, Sally and Rakesh are playing with Vegemite in the living room. I'm glad it all worked out, even if Sally isn't talking to me right now. Alright. So, whoops. Thank you for keeping an eye on him, Anne. No problem, Sally. He's too cute to say no to. Just as Sally leaves, I hear a knock at the front door. I've got it. Oh, Carmen. Hey, what's up? Hey, Anne. I scored tickets for the big battle of the bands tonight. You want to go with? No thank you. Oh, geez. I'm sorry, Carmen. I've been busy all afternoon. If I don't get some work done on my paper, I'm never going to get it done in time. No big deal, Anne. I understand. I hope you get done in time. Is Max here then? I figured he'd like to see it. Yeah, I think so. I call for Max as I head up to my room, pointing him towards the front door as I close my own. I hear him shouting triumphantly a few minutes later, so I guess he really wanted to go. I shake my head as I put on my headphones and get down to work. Alright, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, and then week 14, we have a couple of things to do, so let's get to it. So we have this. Come on, Anne, I want you to see this. I'm coming! I chuckle as we move through the trees. Rakesh just looks so excited. I guess it's rubbing off. Rakesh had come to get me almost the second I had left class. It was almost time for lunch though, so I had an hour or so. He led me to the park without saying much else, just that he was happy I was free for a bit. Finally, we hit a clearing, and I watched him spread his arms very theatrically. On the ground is a rather elaborate and incredibly put-together picnic lunch. Holy cow, you set all this up? Well, I may have purchased a few things in the basket, but otherwise... Yes, we're playing this event. This looks amazing, Rakesh. How'd you get this all together like this? Rakesh smiles with a slight blush. It wasn't easy, but I wanted to do something special. This is so sweet, Rakesh. Thank you so much. Nobody's ever done something like this for me before. Rakesh smiles and offers his hand up to me. I happily take it as we walk over to the blanket and sit down. Rakesh began to take food out of the basket. A nice curry, some cooked vegetables. It looked like a great meal. He brought out some paper plates with a sheepish grin, but I waved his concerns away. Once we had dished everything up, I fell to eating with a passion. The food was delicious. We chit-chatted a little while we ate. Nothing really substantial. The weather, the setup. I was going to ask how your classes are going, but do you even go to classes? Actually, I do go to classes sometimes. Mostly art classes. I have a few painting classes I go to every other day, and I even found a very interesting art history class. And what's wrong with that? Those sound like cool classes. There is nothing wrong with it. It's just that... Rakesh, it's obvious that something feels wrong to you. What's going on? It's just that art is not the reason that I came to this college. I am supposed to be in med school. I think you mentioned something about that before. Why the change? I simply have no passion for medicine. It is what I am meant to be doing, I think. This is not, however, my parents' way of thinking. My parents are paying for me to come to college here. They want me to get my education in the States and then return to a good life in India. I never really felt good about practicing medicine. I did well enough on my early tests, but it never really felt right to me. Over there, though, my parents' influence was very strong. Out here, they are very far away, and I can be free to be me. Being yourself is one of the most important things there is. I do not disagree. It is just difficult when living under such a bold shadow as the ones my parents cast. I can say most definitely that they would not approve of my choice of whom I date. He grinned at me, and I smiled back at him, reaching out to take his hand in my own for a moment. Well, for now, just go with what you feel like doing. You're still early in your college experience, so you can change your major later on if you want. That is very true, Anne. Come sit over under that tree there. I wish to commemorate this day. I scoot over under one of the nearby trees and make sure I'm sitting correctly. Meanwhile, Rakesh breaks out a piece of paper and some charcoal pens. I try out some goofy poses while he gets set up, but though he laughs, Rakesh asks me to just sit normally. Is it okay to talk while you draw? Yes, please do. He should rebel against his parents. Rakesh, I know it can be tough going against your parents. I mean, we talked about it when we went back to my home. But you're your own individual, and you've already completed a major step just by coming out here. I know I'm in no place to tell you how it feels, seeing as my parents are actually very supportive, and I also really like my classes. I guess I'm just trying to say you've got real talent. Don't let your parents bully you into burying that talent. You know what you want, so go after it. Rakesh's eyes stay on his drawings for a few moments, than they had been before. A smile creeps on his face, just tilting the edge of his mouth. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate your help, Anne. I really do. Moreover, I appreciate you modeling for me. Here, I think I have sketched the base. Come see. I get up from my place and go to see what Rakesh has put down. It's a beautiful drawing. I can't believe he's gotten my likeness down so well, and so quickly. Oh, Rakesh, I love it. It's beautiful. Come on, let's clean up here, and we'll get some dessert. My treat, okay? Yes, that sounds wonderful. Alright, so now we need to do Friday. This is Tuesday. What? You better not have said what I think you just said. I was trying to get an early night, but Isabella's screaming snapped me awake. Last I remember, she was supposed to be hanging out with Chad tonight. I guess their date went pretty well. I hope Chad didn't say something too terrible. I may not like him, but he's her boyfriend. A quick look at my clock shows it's pretty late. I wonder if I should see what's going on. Isabella calmed down a little bit, so I can't really make out what they're saying from here. Nope. Then again, it would feel a lot like snooping on her personal business. I should probably leave them alone to work out their issues. I put my head back down and tried to cover my ears with a pillow. A few minutes later, I could hear a thumping noise as somebody large went down the stairs and out the door. After that, things went quiet again, and I could get back to sleep. The next morning, I ran into Isabella at the dining room table, slowly eating breakfast. She looks awful, like she'd been crying all night. Are you okay? It's fine, Anne. Are things okay with Chad? I'll thank you not to mention the name of that asshole again. I quickly throw out my hands defensively and back away into the kitchen. I guess things didn't go so great last night after all. Poor Isabella, I hope she'll be okay. She will be when we get to her route. Alright, so then we need Friday. So, here we go. Everyone's covered in green today. Heck, everything is. Except me, but that's okay. The day is pretty fun, but I've never really understood the major appeal. I mean, it's basically just an excuse to get plastered, right? Though, to be fair, half of my college experience so far has been people making excuses to get plastered, so maybe it's not so bad? Still, I don't think I'm interested in going all out. I thought about putting on a green ribbon or something, just so that I didn't stick out, but decided against it at the last minute. At any rate, I'm sure the folks at Latin House are planning some kind of big blowout bash, regardless of Dominic's desires, of course. I've been in my room the last few hours, wondering if I want to try to sneak out before I get started. Yep, we're gonna play the event. I consider heading to the library, but I don't want to be out on the streets with all the drunks around. At least around here, the drunks shouldn't be behind a wheel. I spend the next hour or so doing the last of my schoolwork. I'm sure I won't be getting a lot of it done in the next few days, for any number of reasons. And I have to admit, it might be nice to be silly with my friends for the night without worrying about unfinished schoolwork. When I hear the knock on my door, I'm ready for whatever the night holds. Hey, Anne, Isabella says that she's got a whole slew of games for us tonight, so you should get your ass in gear before I drink all the good booze. Given how mopey Isabella's been since she broke up with Chad, I'm surprised she's this invested in St. Patrick's Day. Maybe she's just using the party as an excuse to get over her ex-boyfriend. I follow Rakesh down the stairs where I see that the crew has been busy. There are cards laid out, green beer, and some kind of green punch in a giant bowl. Is that punch okay to drink, Isabella? It'll put a hair on your chest, then knock those hairs out and grow all new, stronger super hairs. Max got to the punch ahead of me, and I'm pretty sure he's spiking an alcoholic drink. Also, I think there's steam coming out of that flask. Why is there steam coming out of that flask? Isabella just smiles, missing Max's interference entirely. She blithely fills a cup and hands it to me. I eye the drink suspiciously, giving it a test sniff. I immediately regret it, reeling back as I feel my nose hairs burning off. Where's Dominic? I'm surprised he let you get away with this. Isabella just grins and points over to the study nook. Sitting there, tied at the wrists and ankles, wearing a blindfold and gag is Dominic. Hanging around his neck is a sign that simply says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." I let out a small gasp, surprised to see him dressed up so badly. No, this is perfect, see? This way he has plausible deniability if anyone finds out about the party. Not his fault, he was tied up by desperados. Everyone laughs at that. Well, everyone except Dominic. Enough of this small talk. Tonight we test the luck of the Irish. Wait, which one of us is Irish? Quiet, you! First, pin the shamrock on the leprechaun. The alcohol starts flowing early and freely. I try to take it easy so I'm not totally smashed too soon. Just having little sips of whatever mega booze Isabella created is honestly keeping me in a consistent buzz. Luckily, Isabella's games begin to take progressively less skill and progressively more drinking. We play a bunch of different silly party games with drunken penalties. Isabella even got her hands on a snake-shaped piñata. When we finally managed to drunkenly beat it open, it was full of jello shots and little plastic cups. Turns out Rakesh had actually made it special. Finally, after a while, we're all sitting on the floor around the study nook. Dominic continued struggling to get out of his bindings as we started playing a simple game of truth or dare. Okay, I choose Sally. Okay, dare. Ho ho, you should let out the loudest belch you can. What? That's gross, Rakesh. Too bad, you have chosen to be daring. Sally takes a drink of the punch, weaving a little in place, before taking a deep breath and letting out the smallest burp any of us have heard. Everyone laughs as Sally turns bright red. I can't burp on command. Shut up! Whatever. It's my turn now, so shut up. Sally turns towards me with a wicked look in her eyes. Okay, Anne. Truth or dare? Maybe dare, I guess? Just try not to embarrass me too much. Ha! Now I have to try harder. I got it. I dare you to rub your butt on Rakesh. Everyone else laughs as I try not to die from mortification. At least it's Rakesh, but still, I can't. Here, we'll make it easy for you. Sally and Isabella drag a laughing Rakesh face first onto the ground. I hide my face with my hands as I sit on his lower back and just wiggle a little bit. Everyone cheers, and I get off of poor Rakesh, who's grinning from ear to ear. Alright, next one, Anne. Your turn now. Okay, finally. Okay, I choose Isabella. We continue around the circle like that for another few hours. In the morning, I wake up in my own bed feeling like death is trying out a new drum solo behind my sinuses. I can only vaguely remember making my way back upstairs, but everything feels fuzzy. I head downstairs towards the kitchen for a bit of water, only to find everyone else standing at the bottom of the stairs. I go down to them and look in the same direction, and my jaw hits the floor. Don't tell me we never... Sitting in a chair in the study, silently fuming, Dominic waits to be untied. Not it! Luckily, when it was all over, Rakesh lost the rock, paper, scissors contest. The rest of us were well on our way to Isabella's cafe for some morning coffee before Dominic finally got set free. Alright. So, oops. Yes, that is why I need your help, Anne. I cannot paint all of these flowers by myself in one night. You probably shouldn't be painting these flowers at all, you know. They're in a park, Rakesh. Isn't that illegal? I'm nearly positive that it would be viewed as a public service. And that's why you're adorable. Oh, what the hell? Let's go. Perfect. You would want this domino mask. Where would you even get one of these? I'm really not sure how he talked me into wearing a mask, but 4 hours later, every flower in the park is painted some virulent striped pattern. The overall effect is actually a little breathtaking, even if it's incredibly farcical. Mostly, I just enjoyed the excuse to be with Rakesh for a while. The next morning, the park was mentioned on the news. There was a lot of laughter, and I was mostly just glad the police weren't looking too hard into it. Luckily, the paint came off easily, and it wasn't actually harmful to the plants. Alright, so... that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you are notified every time that I upload. Alright, I will see you guys next time. I love you. Bye!